Okay, I have like two broad questions in my mind, moving away from the timeline. You started as an artist, right? And then you transitioned into a hardcore programming role as a Unity developer. So how did you find time to upskill yourself, like learn the skill set needed to become a developer? And then how did you score your first few projects there?
I was always an artist with like a technical interest, I would say. And for the company I worked at for Peter Jackson, when I worked for the first Avatar movie, I got this task of, we have to build this huge home tree. So I was modeling the home tree, this huge tree. And back then, no one knew how to do it because there was no tools or how to create it. So then I was making up my own tools. I was starting scripting, very basic scripting inside Maya. And eventually that scripting I was so passionate about, it turned out to be like, I can learn this scripting language. Let's try the programming language. And slowly I progressed there and kind of learned it myself. Self-taught.
How long was that time period when you were working as like building your own studio and building your own games there?
Yeah. So for our first game, there was totally self-financed, awfully nice studios. There was like 2 years for us developing the game, self-financed. So it was two of us, one artist, and the developer was me. And we both went bankrupt. We didn't have any cash anymore. We just managed to release it somehow, and we made a little bit money back, but not all of it.
Did you try to build a company that was purely for like a third-party studio for some other company solving their problems?
You mean like making a service-based company, developing the game for someone else?
Right.
Yeah. We were thinking about it, but to be honest, there's a lot of those studios in China and India, and living cost in China and India is very cheap compared to Europe. So you can never keep up with the costs there. If you're studying in Europe, you have to, you can never keep up with those costs. That's impossible. I know there's a few studios out there, but it's super competitive and hard. If you're based in India, where the living costs are cheaper, I guess it's possible. But in Europe, it's just not an option.
Right. I ever thought of moving to a populated country like us, India or China? You could have then managed the finances better, right?
Yeah, probably.
Got it. Cool.